Hi everyone, I'm making this recording so that you can review the points about plurals that I presented in class, or you can see it for the first time if you were absent when I did the presentation. So we're going to talk about a little bit about 3 points that I saw that students were struggling with as I reviewed your essays. So the first one is about just using the letter or the word and I want to clarify or to emphasize that represents a singular noun, so a singular thing or a singular person. And what I saw in your examples that was that you were using with plural nouns, as in this example. You have and then the adjective, and then you have a plural noun services, or again with an adjective and a plural noun problems. But in the singular nouns, you didn't have anything. So in fact, you're using it in the opposite way. So to clarify, is used to indicate a single person or a thing, someone or something that's not specific or not particular, something that we haven't identified or previously spoken about. So if I turn to you and say, may I borrow a pencil? I don't have any particular pencil in mind. You can give me any pencil. That's different than if I use the pencil. May I borrow the pencil? Indicates that I have a particular pencil in mind and you know which one I mean and I know which one I mean. So there are two aspects of that are important to remember. One, it's just with singular nouns, whether it's a book or a man or a bar or a drink or a new job. And it refers to something that hasn't really been discussed before and is non-specific or non-particular. So the rule is that you cannot use a with a plural noun, as in this case. So this is the little activity that we did in class, and I'll leave this for you guys to review on your own. Here's the second situation I saw, where you had plural nouns such as countries or opportunities and resources, and you wanted to put an adjective with those nouns, which is fine, but in English, we don't put an S on our adjectives. And I know that when you're speaking, you don't use an S. I've never heard a student say different countries. You say it correctly, different countries, or other countries, or job opportunities. So I know you don't say it, but you have to apply that rule when you're writing as well. Always the adjective, it doesn't matter what it is has no S. It's neither singular or plural. It's just an adjective. So we did this little activity here where I asked you to, sorry, let's go back, where I asked you to rewrite these words and make corrections. And if you did not do this the first time or you want to do it again, you can do this activity in your notebook. Okay, the third situation I saw was a little confusion about what the difference is between other and another. And the first thing I want to clarify is that both other and another are singular. They are used only with singular nouns, not with plural nouns. So let's take a look at this chart and see if this will help to clarify things for you. So if we look at other Articles such as the, you can see that it's pretty simple. We have the book, and then if there's a second, we have the other book. Okay, if it's possessive, we have her book, and if there's another, we have her other book. The same with my. And with the demonstrative pronouns, we have this book, and if there's a second, we have this other book. And even with numbers, it would be two books or two other books. So look what happens when we have a. It's similar. We have a book, and then somewhere else we have another book. So the only difference, students, is that when we go from a book to another book, we add an N to make it easier to say a next to the O in other. So it's more difficult to say a other. So we put an N in there to make it more smooth. Another book. And finally, the last point is that this one is a little particular also because for some reason we take the and we attach it to other to make one word. We don't do it here. We don't make two other as one word. We don't make my other as one word or the other as one word. It's only this one particular case where we connect the and the other. And in this little activity or this presentation, we have a chart for you to fill out again to practice a little bit. So on this side are nouns with quantifiers and not the word other. On this side are the quantifiers with the word other. So my sister would be on this side, and on this side we would put my other sister. All right, and you can practice that if you want. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know if you have any questions.